Hello, my name is swissbianco. In this video I will talk about the benchmade 520 presidio, as it is here in my hand. This version I just traded. It's a used one, but still in a pretty good shape and condition. Lots of life left in this knife. It's the manual opener version. It features the axis lock, that you can move the locking with any side, left or right side, and you can actually use the knife either with the left hand or the right hand. The opening studs are on both sides as the lock itself, so it's really easy to use with the left hand as well. I'm a right-hander, so I just show with the left hand how it is. The scales on this model are made out of aluminum. That's why we see some silver spots where it already got a bit nicked and damaged on the anodizing. One negative point about this knife is because the handle is aluminum, in summer it can heat up, and in winter of course it can get pretty cold to grab. So that is a little bit of drawback compared to the same knife that is made as a different model with a cheaper 440C blade and a plastic handle, just as a more economical version. This is the high quality version, but a compromise would be a version in a G10 handle, CNC milled, exactly like the aluminum here. But so far I did not see that, and the prices from benchmade are pretty high. It's sure worth it. It's a great knife, and the quality of benchmade so far with all the knives I have is really good. So the design of the handle is milled that way, and then in the middle it's more flat, and then it's on the other way, so that makes it for a more slip resistant handle. The aluminum that got a bit nicked I gonna touch up. Gonna rework the knife. We have a good size lanyard hole, and then of course the regular pocket clip from benchmade that you can mount on either the left or the right side. This one is set up for right pocket carry, right hand. The blade itself we see here is made out of 154 cm steel and black coated. Design is from Mel Pardue. This one is the combo edge version. I like the combo edge a lot for tactical application. It helps for my uses get the most out of the knife. The serrations are pretty aggressive. The tip was a little bit damaged. I sharpened that out, and within maybe 3 more resharpenings or touch up, everything is out. We see on this model also how well the black coating did hold up. Of course on some corners, rather sharp corners, we see that the coating did go away. I don't know exactly what the original owner all did with it, but it's still in a great shape. Here we see the axis lock, how it moves. You can either one side or the other side move the lock. It's a nice design. If you take it apart, there is a omega like spring in it on each side, so it's a little bit more complex. You need to watch what you're doing, but it's still pretty easy to take apart for complete cleaning. The aluminum handle is backed off by stainless steel liners inside, which if you take it apart basically hold the axis lock in place. And then the spacer is plastic. The spacer is plastic, injection molded quite likely, but it works, looks nice. About the size, this is a rather full size version. They, as best as I remember, they also make smaller version and the switchblade version out of that design. Have a look on the benchmade website to get the correct information, what is out, what is made, what is still available of this great knife, folding knife. And to see the size, I did bring along some other benchmade knives that I have. We see the Griptilian is a similar size. The benchmade AFO, the switchblade is a little bit bigger. You see that also on the technical information side on a benchmade website. And then the 707, another axis lock knife. This one of course is smaller in size. They also make a bigger version of this design, just in case you have those knives, so you see a bit how the size is. I mainly carry a bit a bigger knife and a smaller knife, so those two will do really well together. On both there is a separate video on this knife as well. This one is with aluminum scales as well, so we have the same problem. In summer it may get a bit hot, and in winter cold of course, so that's a bit of drawback on those knives. The Griptilian version, this is a newer one in 154 cm steel blade as well, has the plastic, the synthetic handle, so there you don't have that problem if you live in Alaska or places like that. So maybe it's better to go with a synthetic handle than aluminum. About the feel of the grip, or if you have it all the time in your pocket or you use gloves, that's of course helping as well. That much about another great benchmade knife, the Presidio in full size in a manual opener version in black with combo edge.